Ooh, okay, lighting's wild today. It's because the curtain's coming off. Oh. Hello. Hope we're ready to try and remember all the evidence that we gathered in the last stream. Because we're going straight to trial. Monkey D. Luffy takes the stand. Turn about to samurai. Yeah, I remember the basics, but we need the nitty gritties. That's what gets the objections. That's what gets the contradictions. Alright, time to hurt my voice some more today. Okay, Will just had me trying to be Australian. Mr. Wright. Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh. She looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Wonderful. Excellent, just what I wanted to jump into. Yes, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked and the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? Oh? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday we learned that there are other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Okay, so no, it's the nerd first. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Oh, that director. Die! Will the witness state his name and profession? Wild Ivan! How rude can you get? Why, you don't know me! I'm the director! I make the Steel Samurai, noob ruffles! Sal Manella! I'm a director from television! Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor! Very well, please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. You're right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. It's time to say hold it to everything. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone ate lunch in the employee area. I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. So in the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about that, rival. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, time to say hold it to everything and see if something happens. Hold it! Is that when you always come into work? Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy all that day, sad smiley face. Tell us more about that. Action scene. Hold it! In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing, lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. Took a lot more time to get through it. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Alright, that's the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch, Roths. Roths, rolling on the floor, starving? I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak, the assistant cooked them up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Alright, we don't actually have a lot of evidence. Well, that's comforting. Okay. Hold it! So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? A little vague. Actually, there is something bothering me. Mr. Manella, just now you said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak. Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off starvation. I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. Let's press this again. It's contradictory! It does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. Well, what do you want? Sweats? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates. The same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? I was looking for that evidence. So there, which I didn't have. No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. What were you discussing? Still samurai story in our budget. Get this! The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can't you believe it? Someone's got a catchphrase. Actually, I kinda can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break? Oh, this is the contradiction. Well, yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. So I'm guessing I couldn't press this if I didn't press the other statement. Wait a second! Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Wow! Waffle. Well? Well? Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess. We did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. There, for FWIW. FWIW. My dumbass can't think of it. We took a break, Rafflecopter. Well, it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in day 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. That's what I do for steams. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Yeah, they just like, oh yes! that is like every witness saying, oh yes, maybe I got my wires crossed. Like every fucking time. Now that I think about it! What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So we could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes! 15! What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak! What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right! The other one was Dave Vasquez's plate. Dave Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Not enough time for so shut up! Why is that? Oh, Edgeworth don't want me to press this. Haven't we heard enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright. Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in this trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I think it's possible. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. Ha ha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. Of course, Mr. Monkey. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind, or was it Mr. Monkey? I don't fucking know. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo! When the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by... it's Mrs. Monkey's. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually... oh, okay, okay, good. I'm not crazy. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the still samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness...
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the steel samurai skewered the victim.
Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear from your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
What do we do now, Mia? Everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong.
Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have?
Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is.
Yeah, what's going to happen to me? Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us. And be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai. Hero to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks, Sniff.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackens to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box room to stand on?
Oh, right. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school?
Witness!
What? Just 'cause you're all grown up, don't mean you can push me around.
Ugh! Why, you...
Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps the bed over there? Just... Mr. I prefer... Okay, shit. You're all going to win the old bag on me. A very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. After all, it's just part of his character sprite. And they didn't draw one without it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had the bargain terms of a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Okay, new truth bullets. New digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, it was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination, but be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
Oh no, I'm going to tell him to hold it on his every word. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Course I do! I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Course, duh! My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I found a map on the internet. Was that day the first time you've been to the studio? I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk or you cutting me off all the time? Jeez!
Ooh, you little...
I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. This kid's on edge all the time and he thinks he's a shonen main character. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though. 30 minutes, sounds important. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. Pardon? Guess what happened next? I saw the Still Samurai.
Still Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know. He was kind of far away.
Huh? He's being awfully vague.
Of course the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow!
What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yes, I suppose he was.
If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you.
If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Really? I guess seeing the kill him freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words but be firm. Easy for you to say. I'll save, but I can only think using camera on his last statement.
Objection!
There we go. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring a digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Oh! Oh! Okay. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera? And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy, wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules.
Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Hold it!
So why didn't you use it?
Objection!
He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. Okay. Contains photos of every victory scene and every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Oh, I'm taking a hit. Your Honor, the statement contradicts. Does it though? No, I guess not. Well, fuck you, Phoenix. I deal damage to you. Maybe I press it and he revises it. But he takes photos of every fucking action scene, so that's where this is going. So you were watching the Steel Samurai, did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course! You didn't turn away, not even once. No! Okay then, tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. So the bad guy attacked them first. Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person! He was a person! How was he dressed? He was an evil man in evil clothes! I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice! And how exactly did he do that? And how did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, whap bam pow! Something like that? He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that lip, Pops! How should I play this? Press him harder. I need to find an opening. Basically, little bastard didn't know how to use his fucking camera and he fucking missed the money shot. Cody? What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? You missed the most important part. Objection! What is the meaning of this? The witnesses stated what he saw quite clearly. Objection! You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? Ooh, blast you, Wright! My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Imagine it's showing evidence. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Try and use his camera. Here's my proof. What's that, the camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Oh! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Ooh! Bullseye! What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could stand around watching his hero and not take a picture. Right, Cody. There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. And having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight. Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Here means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid.
You gonna learn, little boy. You gonna learn.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Pops? Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer?
I'm Mr. Edgeworth, and I'm the bearded gentleman.
That's what I hate about grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness. Testify. Ah! Ah! Okay. The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried.
When the lens opened, what did you see?
A person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened, yep.
That's all?
Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture.
I would have once I got that lens open.
Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Press him hard.
Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture.
There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody! Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Oh! Ah! 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 I'm gonna be talking to my therapist about this later. Bullseye? Question mark? How the hell did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. One of my powers. Well, this feels great. Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Press them first. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I'd better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? Yes, there is something. It's his photo album. Okay.
Cody.
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! 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 Okay.
Mr. Wright! What exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way. Phoenix, I think we've finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no! That's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth.
Order! I will have order! With this I mean, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
I... I look like an old person! Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay! Alright! The Steel Samurai fell down! He didn't move! I look like an old little person!
Order! Order! Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? No victim? He was just watching the rehearsal. There was no victim in this case.
What? Has the defense taken leave of its senses?
Of course, Jackhammer died. But the Steel Samurai fell too. It was a draw. Sorry. I was too shocked to say anything for a bit there. Listen, Wright. Only one person died in this incident, and that is Jack Hammer. Yet now you claim there was no victim. Are you insane? Uh-oh, he's pulling out all the stops now. I'm sorry. It was I who was wrong. Oh, I'm actually taking damage.
Okay, Wright. First you're right, now you're wrong. Which is it?
Look, I'm sure there's something we're overlooking. I so thought I was right, but I was so wrong.
If you're so sure, then tell us what it is.
I'm taking it. Hammer was the victim? Quite simply, the victim was Jack Hammer. It's wrong as well, isn't it?
Mr. Wright, we all know that, right?
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider your last statement. I'm sorry. It was I who was wrong. Woo! Way to lose our momentum. On a roll, then. Alright. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order! 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 So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury.
But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jackhammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him go into Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Oh, me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? Nutty? Sue us, quick!
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now! Gavel, gavel.
Yeah, this is it. I had it printed out and everything.
Studio 2 outside of... Now, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor! May I see that photo once more, please?
Well, certainly, I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. I guess the number 2 up there. Your Honor, look at this!
I see a gate.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Oh, yes, well, it's hard to say, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Oh, blast to right! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But, that's impossible! Hey, what's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Blah, blah, blah. I'll use the studio guide map. Body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Here at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the number 2 on the date of the photo. Blah, blah, blah.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there. Let's say the trailer's there. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez are outside, eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we have heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2.
Order, order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Seal Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. I have proof.
You do? You do, Mr. Wright?
Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. It's either the sleeping pills or the photo. Okay. It's gotta be a sleeping pills. I'll take the photo because, yeah, he doesn't fit the costume. This is it.
That's the medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table with Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
Defendant Mr. Powers spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Lex is only Hunter rank 7. Fingerprint the bottle.
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Oh! Ooh. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Old Bad may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer didn't have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Blah, blah, blah. Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. Whew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. Alrighty. Trial, the case continues. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, with no time to waste. Well, that definitely means, three rounds going forward. Alright, time for another beer. Yeah, way ahead of your boy, Tark. Ugh. Alrighty. Alrighty, time to talk to everyone a bunch. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick! Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Is Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP. Powers, right. Mia's favourite potted plant. Maya has been watering it so much lately, it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique. I don't think we got anything from Maya. Go visit WP. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and... And what? Ah, nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumours anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? No. He used to be a minor straight-to-video director. It's something in his work called Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. Oh yeah, he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine them being at her beck and call, but I can't imagine them jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. No. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Here's that picture again. Is that really Jackhammer inside that suit? He's the only one who it could have been. But why would he? Yeah, why? You're the medium, why don't you summon up Mr. Hammer's spirit and ask him yourself? Oh, can Give me about 3 more years. Look at us, the 2 novices. Regarding the murder weapon, yes. Is it heavy, that spear? Yeah, it's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think an average person would be able to swing it round effectively. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run through? Oh yes, I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though. With duct tape, we heard. Yes, I don't. That's the generic. I don't have anything to say about. Oh, okay. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. These are the steel samurais that appear at live shows. The fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean, so much to these kids, you know. Anything else to say? Nope, we go on to the studio. Oh, okay. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think your guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
You eat, you die!
Phew, she's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems better. Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal, he's a soft. He's soft to push over. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper! Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stop on it! Calling him a criminal, a thief! I won't forget this!
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper! Why, poor old Hammer would never do such a thing! Why would he steal Bell's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low, it's impossible!
Okay. Oh, okay. Miss Old Bag.
What? Get that filth out of my sight! And don't claim that's poor old Hammer in there! And I thought you were such an innocent goof! Bah!
Alrighty. Phew. I guess we just make our way to
Hammer
studio
was a
2.
dork, you old hag.
Hammer was a dork, you old hag. Oh, she kills my voice. Actually, my lungs aren't as good today. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Yeah, I guess we're just pretty much heading to Studio 2. That's where everything is. There's Celestia von Ludenberg, I mean Dee Vasquez. Hey, Nick! It's Miss Vasquez! Hello? I was just giving this woman an accent. I don't know what accent, but an accent. Okay. Hello? Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Oh? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I am watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick! She's really ticking me off! Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai! Oh. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My faint blood speaks to me! I know it! Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. What do you think of this? She's not even looking. Okay, hey you, look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Lol. I guess show Maya a lot of things, I imagine. Let's examine the steak. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. But did they eat T-bone steaks? Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too! Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. And Salmonella probably fucking just like one gulped as like a cartoon character. I'm sure D. Vasquez was a little bit more elegant with it. Trailer door, it's unlocked. Alright, this is Phoenix Wright. There's some flowers here. Oh, so pretty! They're taking good care of these! Don't get too close, that fence looks dangerous, especially that bent part. Okay, nope. Fuck, I'm not getting all the... Move into the trailer. Alright. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on the high from getting that rare card she needed. Dum 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 dum. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. I knew that bent thing was going to potentially come back into it. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. It looks like they were designing the set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. Yeah. Not much here for now. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. You know. Probably gotta go find another NPC then. They'll probably have sign they'll get old D. Vasquez here to open up more. Oh shit, what am I doing? What am I doing? Think very carefully about this, okay. I guess they're not filming today either. There's a bit of old hags here on the board, the red things. The red things? I'll have to look again. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Ah! No, 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 no touching!
Ah!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. Dramatic, even. I suppose that's the actor in me.
Dramatic, indeed.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for the sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal, traces thereof.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills. See? If there's traces, it'll change colour.
Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed colour, alright.
So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills?
Looks like it.
How goes your investigation?
Tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
How is Edgeworth doing, anyway?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow! The fury of Edgeworth!
Yeah.
Crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep. It sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Whoop. Just flash them all the things. Something like more Powers is drugged. Sounds more detailed checks in the precinct. You're being very free with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done for by now.
Detective, about that bottle.
Oh, that. Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologise to Mr. Edgeworth.
Must be tough being a detective. Full that responsibility.
Oh,
Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? but WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must have been true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love Steel Samurai? And me! It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No! That can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure! Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this.
Take that!
And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. What can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. That's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. No! She was here at the studios back then, you know. I mean, she's funny, but my poor throat. Thanks for try asking her, if she'll talk.
What, you're still slicking around? If you like to play so much, why don't you take over for me?
This old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Emma. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Emma! It's all due to Emma!
She started to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Who told you? Where did you hear that from? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols! Nick? Penny Nichols, the assistant we talked to. Alright. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jackhammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Well, whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. The recently departed Joe Lewis. I suppose you think this is fun? No.
I think that's right. Oh no, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim to have a Stone Powers costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume.
Take that!
Here's my proof.
What? What's the old empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
Where's that proof? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's the proof they used those pills on Powers? Take that!
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on that plate. Oh! Oh! Oh!
I see.
Poor Hammer.
You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? I'm tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag?
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
Photograph. Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. With a tennis racket. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Guess they didn't have any health and safety people on set. Absolutely would in real life. But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Alright, probably got enough to go to D with. Outside Studio 1, Studio 2. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? I will... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick! Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick! She went inside the trailer! You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for penny change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause, you pressured him! And I think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Oh. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident! Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me now. What? This is valuable evidence! Boys. Hey guys. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No! Bang, bang, bang! Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez, you'll come down to precinct with me now!
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest to be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Mafioso's scared off by one gumshoe. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared!
Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. Who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. we saved already, but let's save again, because fuck it. Boys posing in different directions, yeah, mate. Dropping an album.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
Prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
Really want to burp.
Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when you're not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick! I know she did it! Make her pay! Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, and we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. How did the van get there?
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick! Let's do it!
By yourself?
Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes.
Oh dear.
Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. What exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on! You had Sal take you? Oh, come on. It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio to a van. Oh yeah. That was like totally stated. Okay, that was a possible objection point. What were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. That's great. It was a 15-minute break. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish you'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what you said. Somewhere. I feel like this one's a bit obtuse. I'm gonna present the T-bone steak because their plates didn't have a bone on it. Even though the evidence itself is from another steak plate. That's exactly fucking it, yeah. This game's so guilty of weird shit like that sometimes. Ha! As I thought! You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not!
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this!
It's a plate with leftovers.
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak. Exactly my point! Remember, if you will, none of the evidence I have on hand has the fucking picture with that boneless plate. Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez! Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too! It's either boneless steak or you didn't eat the steak. No, she's too busy committing murder, so she didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. That incinerator.
I see. And what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on salmonella. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order! Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. Then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
But Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous, Mr. Blum?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You'll say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? No save, scum. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What?
Oh my god, burp already.
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon, because the hilt was broken. I think it's too late to bring this photo up. I'm gonna go with the shitty hilt. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon! That's not a hilt, I guess just the head of the spear. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. Someone fixed the spear.
How dare it!
It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I am the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Whoa. Ooh. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Blum, blum, blum. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
I'd say it's time for the photo. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jackhammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest.
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jackhammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing stuff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance, a van. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. Oh yes, I really fucked myself on that one. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Mr. Wright. Don't forget it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
I win?
I'm bored. I'm good. So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Huh? I lost. Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right! But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving.
Ugh, what do I do now?
I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright? I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn.
It's come so far only to fail.
As it seems there are no more further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor.
I didn't. Oh, I see. Very well.
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I am your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth? I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, indeed, verily, I say, ergo!
What?
I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick! Why did Edgeworth?
Who knows?
He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that,
Edgeworth.
I was with Sal and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying,
He did it!
I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need, and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right.
I was with Sal.
What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume, with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy? Witness will continue her testimony.
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remembered.
Remember what?
There was a dead body laying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm.
You certainly seem calm enough when I accused you of murder.
Ugh.
Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus. When shooting at location, no one noticed he was missing.
Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late, mate. Then silence, dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up!
I got a little bit lost there. Oh, back, the security lady? Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going towards the studio.
Right, the Steel Samurai.
It's gonna have to press.
Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's words?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course I heard all this after the fact.
That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera.
She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer.
I don't think there's anything in there I can use. She has to be left out.
Asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure professionals helped convince everyone they don't require questioning. The script and your direction notes.
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind.
How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director.
You have to find something to peg this on here. Everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
Yeah, it was Powers who was injured.
So what's the evidence?
Taking some guesses here. Oh, that was it. Cool.
You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself!
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? He was acting! One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I had already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Ah, gas. Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Oh! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order! I will have order, blah, blah, blah. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, bitch. Very well. I have a question for you. Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death, nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, this is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
I don't know if I can prove it. Oh yeah, I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive of the murder.
Take that!
This is my proof.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you only have talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. It rhymes with Devenge. Anyway, I'm gonna get light on. Ugh. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Do I just flash the photo again? Okay.
Take that!
Oh, it feels vague. This is my proof.
And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer.
I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Ugh.
Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalise you for this waste of the court's time.
Look, we're so close! Think this one through, please! I don't think that's... She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
Ah, yes, it was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor! Jackhammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jackhammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jackhammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jackhammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ooh, yep, the pipe is broken. Is she gonna have another one? So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die, please! Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Miss D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Yay! That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... got something to do with being jealous. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star, once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids' show. And as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh, wow. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Oh, I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? Oh, no, of course not! Oh! Nick! Edgeworth! Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have got in the way if you hadn't stepped in. Aha! Pleased to meet you, Warm Powers, Sniff. Edgeworth. Yes, charmed. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if... They're rivals! Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Oh! Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you at Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids' shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. We have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant! Fine, fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time! I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Hey Nick, I could have been the star of this! Alrighty. So, just over half an hour. We'll see how we do in the investigation. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. I can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What, Nani? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Dum dum dum. Alright, literally Christmas. Hey, Nick! Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course! Except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gold Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn! Sorry, them's the brakes. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea! So much for Russian spring waters. Next in the news. A large unidentified animal was sighted at Gold Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, and a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake Nessie proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Ugh, boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick! The water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Good idea, Nick! Apparently Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gold Lake, but this time it's murder. Gold Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skills and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Hey, Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Who? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. Well, what should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. You're right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Well, got any good ideas? Not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath a waterfall. His favourite plant. Its name is Charlie. Maya's got the knack of watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. I can see the bellboy getting the angle of that screwdriver in the drawer just right. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? Guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to many people. Oh! Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh! Laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, that's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time. We can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? Duh! We're gonna help you, that's what! Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey, sure, you got lucky in 1 or 3, but your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, Wright. Experience.
Nick, he's insulting you! Nick! Why am I always the one who has to get angry?
Murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes. Late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices in the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you.
Mr. Edgeworth! You didn't really...
Gordy.
Huh?
I went to see Gordy.
Gordy? What's that?
I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? That won't get him talking. Okay.
This is where it happened?
Yep. Gold Lake is in the middle of this park.
I can see some police walking around in there.
Questioning.
But sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth.
Classic. Shut up! Just you try saying that again. Oh, I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal.
Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today.
Recruits. Ah! Ah, you're that hairy guy, Hairy Butts. Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? Just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating?
Huh? Well, yes, I suppose.
Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it!
He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet.
Huh? Oh. You don't say.
Detective Gumshoe, do you know what happened here?
Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Well, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Clouds lawyer.
Head in the what?
Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake, and that boat were two men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol.
And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth?
The cop who arrived on the scene arrested him.
How did they get there so fast?
Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness?
You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you?
Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right. Who cares what the witness says?
I care.
You really believe in him, don't you, Detective?
Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously.
Oh no!
After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side.
Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Do you know who'll be Mr. Edgeworth's defense attorney in tomorrow's trial?
He hasn't got one yet.
What? The trial is tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, I don't know the whole story. Apparently no one he's been talking to will take his case.
Why not?
Mr. Edgeworth won't tell me. When you guys showed up, I figured he'd ask you to defend him.
Unfortunately not.
Well, pal, you got a job to do. Help out Mr. Edgeworth. Prove that badge you wear is just some fancy piece of metal. Prove it to me, pal. Show me you're an attorney.
Who was this witness?
Yeah, sorry, pal. That's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow.
Is there only that one witness?
Yep.
It was pretty cold out on the lake last night, and it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty.
Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting for me for Christmas, Nick?
Talk to Santa.
The sign says Gold Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekends. But no waterfall!
Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya.
I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb.
Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people.
Present my badge?
That badge! You're showing that to the wrong guy, pal. You gotta show that to someone who needs it.
Okay. Back to Edgeworth. I did decide I was too cool for the badge. Your attorney's badge. Edgeworth. Let me defend you.
Ha! Ha ha!
Good one, Wright. But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind-the-ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never! What? My case is near hopeless, Wright. Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lacked confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you! I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick! Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he?
Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere.
But Nick! Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case?
Yeah, he's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid.
I suppose it would be if they have a witness.
Hey, pal! Don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him too! Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent.
I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him.
Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying right, over and over.
Nick, I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I.
Why would he want your help? I don't get it.
Detective Gumshoe, sir.
What? Find something?
No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing.
A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh, sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me before I head back?
Oh, yes. Do you have any information on the victim?
Sorry. They haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually,
Say if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal.
You're not coming back, Detective?
Probably not, pal.
So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about?
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down see me anytime.
Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe.
What?
We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around?
Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission.
You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy.
Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information.
Right. Now let's get investigating. Wowzers! This is Gold Lake?
Yep. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though.
Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand!
Samurai dogs?
I want a samurai dog, please! I bet they're great!
With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be?
They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know.
Nope. Hot dog stand, it's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Huh? Someone left some poppers here, you know, you pull the string. And it goes, pop! Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's.
Hey, Nick! They might be a clue!
Close.
Let's take them!
Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right?
Wasn't that obvious?
Poppers. Let's take them. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go?
Into my pocket?
Pull the string, it goes bang. Bang. Not very clue-worthy, I'm sure. Not very clue-worthy, like something silly that happens early in a Duncan Romper case. A line-up of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog.
Wow, Gold Lake is really big.
Yeah.
Say, Nick, why is it called Gold Lake?
Oh. Well, a long time ago, they used to grow gourds here.
Whoa, no way! I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape.
Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually. That's just a coincidence.
Oh, okay.
Totally fucking with her. Huh, I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks, right exit. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. So what's it got? The woods. Oh god, yeah, a lot of hearts. Boat rental shop.
Nick, what is this place?
Boat rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of those boats won't be good for business either.
Boats? I've never ridden on a boat.
Really? Well, how about we go out on one when the trial is finished?
Hey, good idea, you bet!
Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. There are some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder?
Nick?
Huh?
I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping.
They've got guts camping at the scene of a murder.
Hey, Nick!
they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Hey, look! What, don't tell me you're hungry again. No, no. I was just wondering why are camping pots and pans made of aluminium? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminium then? I'm not having this conversation. Probably the camera. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow! Cool! Let's try it out! Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey! I'm Nick! What? Nick! Please stop that. Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? These things? Party poppers. Well, it responded. Oh god, I'm gonna have to try to do my best Southern Belle voice. Yo! Hey you, get your hands off of that! Ah! What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now! There goes a whole roll of film! Sorry! It's always nice but don't pay my bills. You know how much a roll of film costs? I'll pay you back! What were y'all thinking, setting off a powder popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just cause you'll think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say those Southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Why, they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help! And who are you now? For a chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends. Just figure out what y'all gonna say and say it for bejesus's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws and listen to yo stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone I'm not naming in names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. Wow. Good joke. So we need someone to get her to talk. Hi, this is my badge. Huh? That badge is supposed to be all shiny and impressive. You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. Well, what? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I've wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything y'all like. Finally, some cooperation. You too. Y'all can come out of hiding now. It won't bite hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for you if it pleases you. Oh, thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart. But y'all can just call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet ya. Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. I'm Phoenix Wright. That's so? Christmas Eve? A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. Boat, y'all say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I seen enough boats to choke 'em, y'all. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Haha! Y'all don't really want to know that, do ya? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the heartland. Wow, neat! Nick, she's a research student at University, Country U! So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you that already? Meteors, yep, meteor showers. Fallen stars? That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made, a genuine Slingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? The camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. Programmable camera? Neat! So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises? Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Oh, fucking gas. Right, now wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to a party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey! Y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. Would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked them once, don't remember if it was there or anything on them though. What if I got something? I could be witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Don't come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Alrighty, well let's be honest, we're going to be locked in this first part of the investigation for quite some time. So, I'll break us off here for now. Meeting new character, a lot of hearts. Character development is happening. Oh, fuck. Ooh, fake bird noises are aplenty. So yeah, I wonder if this is fucking split up into 2 fucking streams. Gonna be fucking mildly annoying if that's the case, but we'll find out. That'll be my problem. Oh well. Lot of hiding something. A lot of heart. But yeah, glad you guys are still enjoying the game. Yeah, this would normally be the final case in the original Ace Attorney game, but there is a bonus one afterwards. But yeah, we'll cross that as it comes. But yeah, my mum just got home today. I guess I'll go say hi to whoever's awake over there. Geez, I guess if nothing big happens, I'll be streaming Dead by Daylight tomorrow. Honestly, I've not played it in a while. Just been playing fucking Monster Hunter lately. Game's great. But yeah, back at the old Ace Attorney next week. Yep, take care everyone. Bye.